Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. My name is John, and I'll be taking today's training. If you don't know me, I am one of the founders of Impact Teacher Academy, and I'm head of the sales training as well. So I help everyone with their sales. So I wanted to make a bit of a sales piece for all of you, just to help you out with your sales and making sure that you're signing up as many students as possible so you can help as many students as possible. It's as simple as that. So pretty much how it works is that you have to have like a pre-frame, right? Firstly, so it's pre-frame. I'll share my screen with you. Um, Pain, possibilities, problem and path, and pitch. And these are the main stages of the six P's. So yeah, all of these are very important, especially like the first one, and I feel like the most important bit of the sales call, in my opinion, what's up to me, and I've done thousands of sales, and made a decent amount of money for myself and for the companies and everything like that. And my favorite part of the call is actually the pre-frame because you can handle most of the ejections or give yourself an upper hand on the ejections when they actually come. So, for example, you want to build of rapport, gain a little bit of trust, lower the walls of the prospect, then you want to set like the frame of the consultation. So it's like, this is exactly what's going to happen. Here's how we're going to move forward, everything like that. So what I personally do is that I'm like, pretty much we're going to create a game plan to help you to achieve your goals. In the end of the call, I just want a yes or no answers and stay away from maybes because maybes just lead to procrastination. If you're going to say maybe, you might as well say no. And that's okay. We're just looking for the most committed people. And so I say that, and then I'm like, are you in a place or a position where you can make that final decision on your own if you're going to be moving forward with us? If you feel like it's a great fit and it can transform, your child's education or your education or anything like that, can you make that final call on yourself, or do you need to go and ask someone, or do you need to ask for permission, or you want to make it as say it as less rude as possible. Uh, with me, I say if in your heart, if you feel like that this is a good fit, can you make that final call on your own? Or do you have to run it by someone? Or do you have to, or you can make that decision on your own? And they usually just say, most of the time they said they can make that decision on their own, which is about, 80, 90% say they can do it on their own. So that just shows you that 80 to 9% at the end of the call, when they say they have to talk to the partner, it's just a smokescreen. So you've just eliminated a huge smokescreen just then and there at the pre-frame. Then you want to identify the pains, the problems, like ask open questions, like, okay, what? So like, what's the goal? Okay, I want to pass, the end of the year's exams. Okay, all right. And why is that important to you? I want to get into my dream university. Okay. And why is that important to you? And they're like, well, I want to be an engineer and I want to make good money and good income. Be like, okay, but your grades aren't really matching that at the moment. Is that how you feel? And they're like, yeah, I'm like a little bit behind, or my son's a little bit, or my daughter's a little bit behind. Wow, okay. And how would this impact her life if, she doesn't get to that dream university, doesn't take her education to the next level, and you know, and doesn't become an engineer? If this keeps on carrying on, it'll be devastating. Do you think she's thought about that, or have you thought about that? Not until now. Okay. And then, like, does this affect anything else? Do you think that this affects the child's confidence or anything like that? Or, confidence with study, or you just want to dig. You're just digging, asking questions, everything like that. What, why, how? It's um, just asking, really, really getting to the bottom of it. I'd be like, does this affect like social life? Do you think, or confidence within school, or does this affect your own relationships? Like a lot of parents when we talk to them, they say that they're forever nagging and it causes tension between, you know, the parent and the child. So does it ever get like that by any chance? Like, and you're just trying to find ways to dig up as much pain as possible. And of course, it's painful. It's the child's future, or the student's future. Then what you want to do, you want to identify the possibility. So you want to make it as like you want to make them to see it, or maybe you can get them writing down on a piece of paper. So what you can do is okay, write down three things. So it could be like number one. So I want you to really think and think deeply about this. What are 3 ways that this makes you feel that, you know, your child is behind? They're not going to, if they keep on carrying on like this, if we're 100% honest, they're not going to achieve their dream. They're not going to have a good job, you know, or the job that they could have and fulfill their potential. And, you know, and you live in a place of regret and they'll live in a place of regret. And then it'll impact, you know, their family's life because, you know, the more income that you can generate, the more, let's face it, like things are easier if you have more money. It doesn't bring happiness, but it does make things easier and it gives you options. And then you just go that, and you know it's affecting their confidence and the relationship between the both of you. Like write down 3 words of how that makes you feel, and they're like, then they're right. I'm worried. I feel like I'm upset within myself. And this is from the parent's perspective. I feel like I'm letting them down. I feel like a bad parent, or something like that, right? They'll write that down. Then on the flip side, be like, okay, I want you now to really think, how would this make you feel if that, you know, we help them, you know, 10x their exam, like, you know, that they it was like 9 a day difference, that they're on the right path, they had the confidence to study again, that they were, you know, they're at the bottom of the class for English, now they're the top of the class of English, that, you know that they can get the exam needed to get into that top university, that they're excited for the future. You and your relationship is even better than ever because you're not arguing about studying all the time or not giving them a hard time with your grades, right? I want you to really think of that. And what are 3 words, like, how would that make you feel when your child achieves that goal? Then they'll write it down, like, I feel proud of them, proud, you know, proud of me that I was able to help them. I feel like I'm a good parent. And yeah, I just feel overall happy. And you're like, okay, cool, write this down. And then what you can do is that, so we have, as you see, we have point A and point B, right? Here's where you guys are at the moment. Here's where you want to be. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out the blanks, right? I'm going to show you the game plan. And that's exactly how we do with, you know, English Academy, let's say, for example, is the name. And so, and here's the pitch. And then you go into 3 to 5 pillars explaining your offer and what and how you get these incredible results. And then you just lay it out there. And then what I like to do is I like doing 2 options. So three things, and then I go into like commitments. So I'm like, okay, usually we're X amount, which is usually, you know, we're doing a case study program at the moment, and you get 50% off. And our program isn't, you know, a cheap program or anything like that. You know, we go into all aspects of life, or whatever you want to say. Just, you know, make sure that it sounds elite. Like we're really focused on the students with checking in upon them, one-on-one group activities, however you explain it within your pillars. And then you make it say like, this is a very valuable thing. And the reason why we do that is because of X, Y, and Z. What I do, and not everyone likes this, but I throw stones at the competition. Like, yeah, like, you know, for example, we do a done for you program. So everything is like with what we do with Impact Teacher Academy. You know, we write the copy, we build the funnels, we manage all of that for you. And And then but then we're like, it's not like another course you would buy. They'll promise everything, but they do very little for you, and it's all automated. We build everything from the ground up for you, and then we run the ads so you don't have to worry about it. So it's really valuable because the teacher doesn't have to worry about everything. Their marketing sorted by experts. So then we throw competitions because everyone else out there are just selling a course and a group and a little bit of support. And so yeah, we throw rocks at the competition, and that's why we can charge a little bit more or whatever. And so we do that, and you can do exactly the same. But like we've got so much more going on, and we've got so much feature and benefits to make sure that your student gets to the outcome. And then you just explain that. And what I use like analogy, and when you kind of you pay attention, there's more skin in the game. And it's like a Ferrari versus a Toyota. If you've got a Ferrari, you're going to value it a lot more than the Toyota. And then you say that, and then we're like, okay, so pretty much, but to be a part of it, there's a few conditions. You have to be at least like from like a scale from 1 to 10, how committed are you? And then they'll say 10. Usually most of the time they might say 8. If they say anything lower than 7 out of 10, you want to ask for more commitment with that. And if they don't, then it's not worth having them on. So I would ask them. Then because if they say 5 out of 10, then the pain isn't there. So even if you pitch, you won't get it anyways. Then the next one is that you want to be like, okay, cool. I want you. So obviously that this is a one-on-one setting and a group setting. You have to interact with myself and the group as well to make this work. And are you happy to do that? And they would say yes. And then you'd be like, okay, cool. And then at the end of the program, after your child gets amazing results, and to help motivate other students, would you be happy to do a testimonial to motivate other parents to get their students involved, when your child gets incredible results? And of course, they're going to say yes. So you do that. And if they're weird on video, just be like, okay, can you make it written? Work it out with them. And then what you want to do there is that you want to be like, okay, cool, we've got 2 options here. This is what I do. And some people, there's 2 options that you can do within the options. Option 1, you can be like, all right, cool. Well, our program is usually $3K for the 90 days, $3,000 USD. However, you get 50% off. That makes it 1,500 USD, right? And so you can say like that, and they're like, can I think about it? And then what you'd be like, okay, what you got to think about? And then they're like, they might be like, it's a lot of money, and you'd be like, okay, cool. And then you'd be like, okay, and I understand it's an investment. And so is it just the money, being 100% honest, or is it me or the program? No. It's just the money. And be like, okay, cool. So if we're able to work something out with the money, would you be all in? And they're like, yeah, probably. Okay, well, why don't we just put it in chunks? You can pay half now and half later. Would that work? And then you just work your way down. Even if you have to do a weekly payment plan, you just chunk your way down as you go, and it's pretty simple. You can also have like back offers that are like even less support. It's like, okay, well, you can have it for 750, let's say USD, for the whole entire program. You can pay it off, but you lose all one-on-one check-ins, for example. And then you'll just have different layers of the program. What I like doing is I actually be like, okay, cool. So the program is 4K, right? Usually for the 90 days, but you get 50% off. That makes it 2K. So you can either do a payment plan and pay it off, or you can pay it up front and get $500 off, which is $1,500. And then they pick, and when they have 2 options where they usually have to feel like they have to pick one. So yeah, that's the 6 Ps, and that's a little bit of objection handling as well. So try that. Let me know how it goes. I'm really looking forward to to your results. And if you need anything, I'm just a message away. Happy to help. And yeah, because all we want is we want our teachers to impact as many students as possible. So you take care, team, and have a great day.